My best friend ordered me a boy toy. I pulled into my arms as soon as I did. My hands extremely restless. The person in my arms seemed to enjoy my touch. Suddenly, several people rushed in. My best friend yelled, "Babe, you're hugging the wrong person." The others were horrified. "Boss? Why are you doing this?" As a compliant college student, it is appropriate to have proper fun. So I had my bestie rent me a boy toy brother as a one-day boyfriend. Outside the box, the lights were red and the noise was loud. Inside the box I waited quietly and stupidly. Suddenly came in a big handsome man. Features like carving. Angular face. This face value. Like a character out of a novel. My best friend actually spends so much money ordering me such a superb one. The handsome man was slightly stunned when he saw me. "What's your name?" "Don't come over yet." I interrupted his daze. His deep pupils locked onto me for a moment. I was a little disgruntled. This guy is a bit unprofessional. Handsome is handsome. Just not professional enough. Handsome man's eyes moved lightly. Faintly spoke. "Simon. I always feel that this handsome man is a bit cold. Not enough milk, dog. Ah." I patted the seat next to me, signaling him to sit over. The corner of Simon's mouth hooked up in an arc. Striding his long legs to me, I pulled him into my arms. My hands extremely restless. Even though he was a fake boyfriend, I felt the need to respect him. "Where do you draw the line?" "Those can't be touched." Simon raised an eyebrow. His eyes full of laughter. Ambiguous and very much so. "Anything. Getting permission." I became more and more unrestrained. Like a bandit leader. The man in my arms seemed to enjoy my touch. I grabbed his hand and gave him a face reading. "Simon. How long have you been doing this?" Simon's mouth lifted into a faint smile. "First time tonight." "How much did that Sophia bitch pay you?" "I haven't received any money yet. I can actually experience it first and pay later." "Give me 100 points." Simon took out his cell phone and handed me the QR code. "Add it." "Yes. Yes. Yes. I should add it. How can a boyfriend and girlfriend not have WeChat? Even though it's a fake." I saw Simon hesitate for a while in the notes. Like he didn't know what to put in the notes. I had an idea. "Sweetie/babe. Or husband. Take your pick." Simon looked up just in time to meet my eyes. He said lazily, "Sweetie/babe it is then." Then I saw that he had typed in a note for me. "Sweetie/babe." Simon and I were having a great time. Our relationship was heating up. But then there was a huge noise outside the door and a couple of people rushed in. Among them was my wrongdoing bestie Sophia. Sophia yells, "Liam. You're hugging the wrong person." The others were horrified. "Boss? Why did you become this?" I looked at all the people and was a little confused. Sophia came over and pulled me to the side and said weakly, Nian. The milk dog brother I called you put me on a plane." "So? Who was the one I just molested?" "I don't believe it." A couple of the guys who came in with Sophia looked at me with scared faces. "Boss? Is your innocence still intact?" Simon turned his head and raised the corner of his mouth upwards at me. In the next second, a look of resignation emerged on his handsome face. I seemed to have been touched all over. When he said that, everyone looked at me in unison. The look was as if they were calling me a pervert. Even Sophia looked at me with teasing eyes. "Me?" I straightened my back and stood out, pointing at Simon. "He's the one who didn't make himself clear." Simon laughed softly, with a hint of seduction and teasing. "How much does Sweetie/babe think my services are worth?" When he said that, everyone looked at me again in unison. Seems a little awkward, haha. I wrapped my arms around my chest, reflecting on what had just happened. It wasn't bad. It would have been nice to be checking out his abs. Puff. Simon laughed out loud. "So Sweetie/babe is good for it." "Please, brother. Don't say that name." I was wrong. I pulled Simon aside. "I'm sorry. Just forget about everything that just happened." He still had a smile on his face. Nian pa. "Liam. How about this? I'm short of pocket money. Why don't you hire me to be your fake boyfriend? That's a good idea. Sis has nothing but money anyway. Yes. But I do like to hold hands and cuddle when I'm cold. Whatever you like. I stared straight at Simon. Then why don't you take me back to campus housing? Okay. The moonlight was beautiful and we were walking side by side. I peeked at him a few times. But he caught me. It was a little embarrassing. But it didn't affect my good mood. It was a beautiful day. When we got to the downstairs of campus housing, Simon suddenly looked at me seriously. Liam. You can do anything you want to me. But don't like me. I don't like having my feelings played with. I won't fall for you. We only have interests. I promised. Back at campus housing, I remembered that I forgot someone. Sophia. Sophia sent me a message. Under the lanterns. Since you left hand in hand with someone else. It is my lingering pain. Behind your smile like a flower. It is my wound that has not yet scabbed over. Sophia. One day you can go to my heart. You will see that it is full of the sadness you gave. Leaving me alone wandering in front of the bar. Not knowing where to go. With a crying emoji to boot. This woman can really act. This time it's really my fault. I forgot my friends in a moment of lust. I still need to coax. To give you my subsidiary gold card. The card has 50 cents. It's cold. Go pick a warm water bag you like. Don't buy expensive. Spend it all, I'm not happy. Sophia. Okay. I forgive you this time. I'm back with Simon's follower. My roommate suddenly screamed. Crap. Sui posted a picture of his abs. It's great. Sui? The second most popular guy in school? After Simon? Yes. 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 I counted it. 8 whole packs. Everyone was so excited. I clicked on the picture randomly. Wondering what the fuss was about. Crap. There's only one life to live. But there's a lot to live for. I couldn't help but drool. Would Simon's abs look any better? Wow. It was exciting to think about. I opened up WeChat and tweeted Simon. Me. In? After waiting for a while. Simon didn't reply me. Baby in what it? Why ignore me? Is to let me hair big fire. Believe it or not to give you bang bang 2 punches. Simon replied me. I'm taking a bath. Simon replied me. I'm taking a shower. Simon replied me. I'm taking a shower. I made a video call. Simon answered in a second. Then hung up with a fuck. Hey. Why are we hanging up so fast? Are we trying to prevent perverts? We're all decent people. It's just a glance. I didn't see anything. I sent him a message. The employer to play video you hang up right. You do not want to do just say. I have brushed the video to fall in love with more than a dozen handsome men. Simon only slowly back to my WeChat. Simon. I don't want to do it. At the same time, I also received a friend request on my QQ. I always feel that this person's profile homepage is a bit familiar. I seem to know before. No. He seems to be the online dating partner I had after the college entrance exam. I was once a scum girl. I wanted to go to Arena of Valor. But I couldn't get there by myself. So I lied to my little brother to get a CP to take me up. As soon as I got to Arena of Valor 3 stars. I deleted him. It's over. He's coming back to collect his debt. After hesitating for half a moment, I passed his friend request. Forget the milk of want sent me a message. Run out of use? Really he? Not at Big Brother. You only now come to pursue. Have passed 3 or 4 months. The army has been raised for 1,000 days. But the army has been used for a long time. I returned to him. I'm sorry. I did not control my brother. He secretly took my number to deceive your feelings. Me. I apologize for my brother for the harm caused to you. But he is still small and unintelligent. I hope you do not with him in general. Forget want milk. Are you talking about your 8-year-old brother? I was shocked. How did he know my brother's age? I remember I didn't disclose any information at first. Simon also sent me a message at this time. Simon. Go to bed early. Mine's a mess. Your body must be healthy. I was already annoyed. But Simon even dared to call me a psychopath. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do this. But I'm sure you're going to be able to do it. And I'm sure you're going to be able to do it. I replied to Simon. Yes. 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 I'm just mentally unhealthy. And you're not just a pervert. You're a dog. Simon. Forget want milk. Why don't you reply me? On Monday, I had an 8 a.m. lecture on calculus, which was really annoying. I went to the classroom with a lot of grievances. And when I met a dog on the way, I wanted to scold it a bit. Hey, stupid dog. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You stupid human? When I got to the classroom, I was surprised to see that the teacher was already here. And Simon was also on the stage. What's the matter with you today? Even if the teacher came so early. He even brought someone who is not from our specialty. The teacher announced loudly. Class. The teacher has something to do. So we'll let Simon speak about the questions from the last exam on behalf of the teacher. Shin's calculus is the first in the whole school. Simon casually held the paper, revealing the sidelines of his face that were perfect to the point of being seductive. His eyes were diffuse. And his explanation was serious. Lazy and reckless and dedicated. He went over the topics he thought needed to be covered and asked. Is there anything else that needs to be covered? After saying this, he began to collect the papers. No. There was so much left to cover. There are too many smart people. I have to fight for the idiots. I raised my hand. Lao. Shen. There's still fill in the blanks question 8. Simon opened the already folded paper again and scanned it. He walks over to me, picks up the paper and knocks me on the head. It's so simple. I have to tell you. Which point do you not know? I said weakly. None of them. And you're the one who asked if we needed to talk about them. Simon raised his eyes to look at me. His brows were a little less harsh. His eyes were softer. Idiot. Shit. How dare you scold me? You'll have your salary deducted. After scolding me, Simon gave me a lecture with his eyes downcast. His eyelashes curved and long. His neck white. I decided that I must exercise my employer's power after class. Simon's slender hand gently tapped my head. Are you listening or not? Wow. So cool. Yes. I am listening. You just said yourself that you figured out that the answer to this question is 18. Right? As soon as I said that, Simon narrowed his eyes at me. And even my classmates looked at me. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me? I looked confused. He just said he's an 18. Isn't that the right answer? Simon coughed. Nothing is wrong. The answer is really 18. Everyone's expression changed from shocked to amused. The answer to this vector question is 7. Minus 5. 1. Right? Yeah. It doesn't sound like 18 centimeters. There's something wrong with the two of them. It's subtle. What? Did I really hear it wrong? But in my head, I clearly heard that the answer was 18 centimeters. At that moment, the bell rang. So I hurriedly pulled Simon away. Simon let me pull him away with a smile on his face. Simon and I were both famous at school. And there were people pointing and talking all along the way. He was famous for his face and grades. And I was famous for my family's money. Finally finding an unoccupied corner, I pressed Simon against the wall. He raised his eyebrows slightly and looked at me warily. What are you doing? I looked at him with a bad smile on my face. Didn't you say I could do anything to you? I said as I slowly moved closer to him. Simon tugged on his clothes. I sell my art. Not my body. If you want me to sell my body, another price. Simple. Anything that can be solved with money is nothing. I took out my cell phone. It's transferred. Simon's cell phone rang, a mechanical female voice. PayPal accounted for $1,000. Simon was a bit hesitant, while I waited confidently for him to speak. After a while, he slowly spat out a few words. Not enough money. Shit. You didn't say that earlier. The bell rang and I had to go to class reluctantly. When I looked back, I found that Simon's eyes were full of amusement. But there was also a little sense of success. Humph. Wait. Sis will make you kneel down sooner or later. When I returned to the classroom, Sophia looked at me with a thieving expression on her face. Nian. Are you and Simon together? No. No way. There's love in his eyes when he looks at you. There's poop in his eyes. There's a real light in his eyes when he looks at you. Is he an Ultraman? He's got a light in his eyes? Sophia sighed and turned away. The next second, the class group had 99+ messages. And everyone was frantically tweeting at me. I looked at it. It was a posting of someone taking a sneak peek of me and Simon. It's me and Simon in the corner at the moment when we were very close to each other. That's a good one. The comments section is full of people who are falling out of love with me. Who? My boyfriend is getting close to someone else. Simon is actually the one being pressed. Liam's a cow. Mr. Leon opened the book. I knelt to listen. I also want to fall in love with handsome men. Liam is my goddess. She's got a girlfriend. The scene was out of control. I replied to the comment that said he was my fanboy. Don't look so sad. You're not the only one who can't have me. I backhandedly forwarded the post to Simon. Me. What do you think about this? Simon replies in seconds. What can I think? Read it on my phone. Me. 6. After class we went to eat. And there was a big propaganda poster posted in front of the cafeteria. The publicity department is going to organize Arena of Valor competition. Free to form a team. 5v5. Participate in the event can be stamped at community service credits. The top 3 teams can get 10 community service credits. I'm going to go. I've only got 2 community service credits now. I'm so short of them. Sophia looks at me too. And it's good to know what the other person is thinking. I'm going to find someone. I'll get someone. Sophia and I are both noobs. And the remaining 3 have to be gods. We posted on posting boards and circles of friends to openly look for someone. I didn't expect many comments just after I posted for a while. Look for Simon. He's a top-tier jungler. We rely on Simon for our score in campus housing. That's right. If you have a date and don't use it, aren't you a fool? Oh yeah. Why did I forget about that Simon guy? He's really good at what he does. I hadn't logged into Arena of Valor for a while. So I clicked on his info page and took a look. I clicked on his info page and saw that he was a 101st ranked fielder. So I'm sure I'll be fine with him. It just so happened that Simon came to the cafeteria at this time. I followed him all the way to the cafeteria, where he queued up, took his food, and sat down. I immediately carried my meal over to him and said with a smile, Simon. Simon stared at me for a moment. What's the matter? I said curtly. Can't I come to you if there's nothing wrong? He put down his chopsticks and looked like he was watching me perform. Never mind. Let's get right to the point. I want you to team up with me for Arena of Valor. Simon's eyes flickered and he didn't answer me. His thoughts drifting off somewhere. I spoke weakly. Simon. Simon looked at me with his eyes downcast. Don't. I still want to fight a little. His voice is cold. I have to eat. If you have nothing else to do, then leave. Simon, this good's what? Not let him play Arena of Valor. So fierce. Not to play on not to play. I just got up and was knocked down by someone coming up from behind. Sorry. I hurriedly apologized. The bowl of soup he was holding spilled all over me. I recognized him. I think his name was Wang Ji. He's been hung up on the campus forum twice. Once was a seamless transition. Just a girl playing ambiguous for 5 months. Turned around and made a new girlfriend. The other time was because someone filmed him abusing cats and stomping on kittens furiously. He glared at me viciously. Blind. Can't walk without looking where you're going. Simon pulled me behind him. Who's blind? Can't the person behind you see the person in front of you? The people around us also scolded him. That's right. It's such a big road. You have to bump into the little girl. It's true that animal abusers are not good people. This guy still has the face to talk about girls. If only she could see things before they happen. She wouldn't have to get her clothes dirty from this kind of trash. Wang Ji was so annoyed that he wanted to hit someone. Ever since the cat abuse incident, I've wanted to beat up Wang Ji. Now he bumped himself into my gun. So come on. I've at least practiced karate for a few years. Simon seemed to know my intentions as he stepped to the side. Do what you want. And I'll take the blame if you're wrong. Wang Ji rushed forward and raised his hand to my face. Simon yanked his hand and I kicked him. Simon threw him hard and he fell to the ground. Wang Ji lay on the ground. Help. Someone's beating me up in public. No one made a sound and took care of him. Probably because they thought a guy like him deserved to be beaten up. The argument got louder and louder. And finally the cafeteria duty manager for the day stepped in to settle the matter. Wang Ji shouted and clamored to go to the office, saying that Simon and I had violated school rules by hitting someone. At this point the students intervened. I testify. He fell on his own. That's right. People just lightly touched him. Is it necessary to lie on the ground for so long? He can still yell and scream. He's in good spirits. He's not in any trouble at all. Wang Ji left the stage under everyone's criticism. However, after this incident, my favoritism towards Simon has doubled. If he had come out to be a peacemaker today and advised me not to cause trouble, I would have been disappointed in him. I padded over to Simon and took his arm. Team up with me. Simon. Forget. There was a hint of unnaturalness on his face. Don't. Why? Simon didn't answer my question. Shit. I was pissed. I stepped forward and took his hand. He was about to break away. I paid for it. Let go and I'll give you a refund. If you go back on your word, I'll call the consumer hotline and file a complaint against you. Simon had no choice but to let me hold him. Along the way, I kept on attacking Simon's chatterbox. The wind seems to be talking today. It said to me, if you keep pushing me, I'll rip your head off. When did the wind talk? I didn't hear it. In the end, Simon agreed with me. When I got back to campus housing, Sophia ran towards me excitedly. I found 2 gods. She said. Ning ning. I found one too. We looked at each other and smiled. He. This event was officially held a week later. I tweeted Simon. Me. I confessed to the boy I like. But he said he wouldn't even like me if he liked dogs. I feel so bad. I'm really aggrieved. What did I do wrong? If you treat me as a good friend, tonight at Arena of Valor Canyon, you listen to me and comfort my wounded heart. Simon seconds back. Okay. I received another QQ message from Milk of Forgetfulness. Forget Milk. Baby Fairy. You haven't answered my last question. The dead memory suddenly attacked me. My previous name was Baby Fairy. And I had to ask him to call me Baby Fairy. Why was I so greasy and sick 4 months ago? What could I say to the question? I found a boy for my 8-year-old brother? I typed with trepidation. I'm sorry. My brother did wrong you. It is my discipline is not strict. I can make up for you. Pay money or give you AV10 full skin can be. I don't want money. Then I cannot help I'll blame too young. Owes a debt of feelings. Forget want milk. How about a brother's debt to a sister? I was so scared that I hastily deleted his friend. Simon sent WeChat. Something tonight. Cannot play. Shit. This man went back on his word. Inexplicable. If you don't want to come. Who wants to be a licking dog? I don't believe that I can't do it without you. The next second Sophia was furious. Nian. It's over. I found out that the class next door is also participating in the competition. And they're in the 3 nationalities. Alas. It seems that we can't do without Simon. I tremblingly clicked on the chat page just now. Typing and deleting in the input box. Forget it. Let's destroy it. I send a circle of friends to go. Such a large circle of friends. Cannot find a national service. I do not believe. I sent a circle. Carry me in Arena of Valor. Simon commented. Who are you trying to fool again? I just wanted to reply to him. But he deleted his comment. Simon sent me a message. Call me when you play. What are you playing? Oh. Arena of Valor. Men are so fickle. I replied to him. Okay. We'll have to open the microphone then. So it's easier to communicate. Simon. Who do you want to play with? Me. I don't know who I want to play with. You're not coming. So we'll have to find someone. Simon. Well. I'm coming. You don't have to look for anyone. As soon as we arrived, Sophia and I opened the room and waited for them to arrive. The first one to come was Sui. The other was Monday, the principal's son. Mom. My sister has made a fortune. She can call all these popular people. Simon was the last to come and he brought a microphone with him. Simon suddenly laughed out softly. 11 straight knees. Whoops. He looked at my battle record and laughed at me. I was so angry that I immediately shut down the battle. Some people fall in love with each other. Some people drive at night and look at the sea. Some people Arena of Valor 11 consecutive knees. Sui came with a laughing voice. Why don't you let Simon take you? Your boyfriend 101 paragraph playing field. Take you GAGA take off. Before I could say anything, Monday interjected. They haven't made an official announcement. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're a couple. Even if it's not now, it will be soon. Which one of your eyes can see that it's coming soon? The atmosphere was a bit off. So I hurriedly came out to make amends. Let's play. Simon's nice voice came out. I do think Sui is right. I heard Sophia snicker and I glared at her. Still laughing. Why don't you change the topic? Do you still want community service credits or not? Sophia understood what I meant and threw a wink at me. Nyen nyen. Get into the game. Score points. I took the center single. And Simon took Han Xian. I didn't get the second steal in the opening game. And I even gave away a blood. It's over. They won't scold me. Right? I watched for a while. But luckily, they were busy brushing the field and clearing the lines. No one noticed me. When I was at level 3, I wanted to go to support. Who knew that just when I came out of the middle, I was scared out of flash by the opposite side of the field. Shit. Cheating my feelings is fine. Cheating my money is fine. But cheating my flash is fine. It'll make you pay for it in 120 seconds. After level 4, I went down to support. But I got squatted on the way. And I gave away another head. I gave away another head. It's over. I gave away the whole team's head. I watched again and they didn't notice my battle. I patted my little heart and was scared to death. I decided. Let's develop properly first. On the opposite side. I don't know if it was the opposite side who realized that I was the kindest person on our side. And kept catching me fighting and crossing the tower to kill me. Although I had the help of my teammates. I still gave up 3 and 4 bloods one after another. And it was only 5 minutes into the game. I had a feeling I was going to be scolded. I scolded myself first. So they wouldn't scold me. What are you playing? What are you playing at? Spreading rice on the keyboard. The chickens are better at positioning than you are. This mage is from a rookie station. Isn't he? He can deliver so well. Have you seen the MVP across the street? He can't repay you for all the kindness you've done to him in his life. Monday comforted me by saying, it's okay. Take your time. Sui also spoke. If Simon and Sophia weren't here today, I would have scolded you. Simon's magnetic voice came out. I'm here. I won't lose. So touching. Sophia glanced at me. I guess she wanted to scold me too. I miss forgetting the milk. He's still good. He doesn't mind how much food I have. And he even comforts me. It's just that I feel that Simon's habits on Arena of Valor are very similar to those of Forget Milk. I won this game and played 2 more later. I got the 5th best rating each time. It's been too long since I played and I'm a little tired of playing. My love for Arena of Valor is either to love it a lot for a while or not to love it at all. Right now it's in the miserable stage of not loving it. But having to love it for community service credits. I glance at the clock and see that it's 10 o'clock. I spoke faintly. Why don't we call it a day? Magic resist item, it's time to wash it. Or it won't dry in time to wear it tomorrow. Simon was the first to speak up. I'm not going to play for now. Simon's playing field is really powerful. Always has the highest economy in the whole game. Even if it's a headwind, he can find a chance to turn the game around. I admit. My favoritism towards him has risen again. Seriously. Sis has spent money and hasn't enjoyed the service yet. I made a voice call to Simon. I need to be tucked in tonight. No refusal. That's an order. The other side froze for a moment. Okay. Do you want a story or something? I'll get ready. I thought about it. A story. I want to hear Cinderella without a crystal slipper and Snow White without a poisoned apple. Okay. What time do you go to bed? 11:30. Campus housing turns off the lights at 12 o'clock. In order not to disturb my roommates. I'll go to bed earlier tonight. As soon as I got there. Simon called me with a voice call. I picked up. A slightly hoarse voice came from the other side. Once upon a time. There was. I interrupted him with a voice. Clip your voice. Simon was stunned for a moment before continuing to speak. Continuing to tell the story he had made up. I interrupted him. You're talking a bit fast. Slow down a bit. Simon lowered his voice and continued. The story he made up is quite good. I strongly opposed Mr. Shin's withdrawal from the literary world. The story was finished after 10 minutes. And I interjected a few words from time to time. After listening to the story, I had a new idea. Say goodnight, baby. Simon hesitated for a moment. Good night, baby. Say goodnight to the baby fairy. Good night. Baby fairy. Say goodnight to the baby fairy. Kiss the baby fairy goodnight. Who knows? Family? It's a bit shameless. But it's really good. Simon was so obedient tonight. It was 12 o'clock before we knew it. And happy times are always so short. Soon it was Arena of Valor Day. We arrived at the event room and there were so many people there. There were 50 teams in total. An hour before the start, the publicity department suddenly announced. After a vote, we have decided to use QQ accounts to participate in the tournament. It didn't matter much to me what zone. 2 teams dropped out of the competition because they didn't have QQ accounts. Sophia, Sui, and Monday all had QQ accounts. Leaving Simon. We all looked at him. Simon smiled. The curve of his mouth contemptuous. His eyes swept me. Yes. My hanging heart finally dropped. Then let's log our numbers in and friend each other. One by one I looked at their names searching to add friends until I saw Simon's name. I froze. When I looked up, I saw Simon looking at me askance. I didn't stand still for a moment and I fell on the floor. He was actually forgetting about wanted milk. I began to subconsciously look for holes. Why was the floor so flat? Suddenly I had a flash of light. Arena of Valor changed my name. He shouldn't recognize me. I forced myself to hold back my little heart that was beating like crazy. It's okay, Liam. Looking at his calm demeanor. He obviously didn't recognize you. Simon had a faint smile in the corner of his eye. Kisses baby fairy. What's wrong with you? Everyone looked at me in unison when he said that. Shit. Why didn't I think last night that the title turned out to be so awkward? I hurriedly stepped forward to cover his mouth. Leaned into his ear and whispered. What's going on in bed? Don't take it to daylight. Sui laughed out loud. And even Sophia covered her face and snickered. They won't hear me. Will they? If I say it so quietly? I looked over at Monday and saw that his eyes had dimmed a bit. The match officially started. 24 versus 24. We took the first game easily. The next game was 12 versus 12. We won the second set. Then it was 6 against 6. The third set was a very smooth win. We won it all the way to the end and took second. We could have taken first place. But Monday dropped a key point. Monday apologized guiltily. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I reassured him. It's okay. It's okay. Sophia chimed in. Yeah. Second is actually great. Monday abruptly turned his attention to me. Liam. I need to talk to you. Can you come with me for a second? Sure. As soon as I finished speaking, someone came to call Monday. Brother Chow. I have something to ask you. Is it convenient for you? Monday spoke. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. Simon stretched his waist lazily. Senior Zhou. I see that this girl is in quite a hurry. You'd better go with her first. This girl does seem to be in a hurry. Right. Monday had no choice but to leave with her. Liam. I'll see you in a few days. Sophia and I took our charity cards to get them stamped. Simon and Sui. Two handsome guys with long legs. Followed behind us. Everything was pretty normal. Until I saw Sophia holding Sui's hand after the card was stamped. My eyes widened as I watched the two of them hold hands together. It was a bit hard for me to accept. You guys? What's going on? Sophia smiled with a sweet face. We're together. Well done. Turns out I was the clown. After a few seconds, I accepted it. If you two have any handsome friends, please be the first to introduce them to Liang, thanks. They tacitly pointed to Simon. Simon gently took my hand. You paid for it. Hold it well. Since you said so, it would be rude of me not to hold it. Let's go. Go celebrate. Sophia is holding Sui and I am holding Simon. It's a beautiful picture. But I can't appreciate it. Since Simon knows I have an 8-year-old brother. How could he not know me? But looking at him, it seems like he really doesn't know. It's true that you can't do anything wrong. You'll suffer a lot. We went to a Western restaurant with a beautiful setting, which had a piano for customers to play. It wasn't too crowded right now and the atmosphere was great. While waiting for our meal, Sui suddenly spoke. Simon plays the piano beautifully. I don't believe it. I swept Simon a glance. As if provoked by my words. Simon ran straight to the piano. His long, white face caressed the piano. And the sound of the piano was melodious and beautiful. Accompanied by his beautiful singing voice. I'm afraid I'll fall in love with you. And I don't dare let myself get too close. I'm afraid I have nothing to offer you. It takes a lot of courage to love you. Maybe one day I won't be able to help myself. Missing you will only make me suffer. I have no choice but to fall in love with you. I admit Simon is really dazzling at the moment. A man who can play the piano and sing well is really handsome. But what's wrong with him? He should sing in rhythm. Not in my heart. Suddenly I think Simon is a deep lover. I remember him saying not to like him. He doesn't like having his feelings played with. He couldn't be referring to the time I lied to him. Confess and be lenient or just deny it to death? Forget it. We'll talk about it next time. As Simon returned to his seat, I felt his eyes glued to my face. Blazing. I didn't dare to meet his eyes. After a while, the waiter served the steak. Simon asked me softly. Do you want me to cut it for you? Huh? Before I could answer, he took my plate, cut the steak and handed it back to me. Simon was suddenly so gentle. I couldn't hold it in any longer and I pulled Simon out of the room. I looked around to see that no one was around and gave a wimpy bow. I'm sorry. I'm the baby fairy who cheated on your feelings earlier. Puff. Simon burst out laughing. He rubbed my hair. Silly. Why talk about the past? Huh? I don't know what to say to that. You're not mad? If I don't like you, I don't care. What's there to be angry about? But if I like you, how can I be mad at you? What do you mean? You're not angry because you don't like me? You don't want to be angry because you like me? Simon touched my head. Don't think about what happened before. Now. Just wait for my confession. And if you accept it, just be loved. Just a few words. My CPU was dry burned. I was dumbfounded by Simon and brought back to the restaurant for dinner. And then dumbfounded by Simon and sent back to campus housing after dinner. I lay on my bed, slowly coming back to my senses. I tweeted Simon. Did you already know it was me? He tweeted back in a second. Guess. Me. A child? He replied. I'll tell you next time. He replied. I'll tell you next time. It's too much. He's trying to keep me in suspense. I suddenly received a WeChat message from Monday. Monday. Schoolgirl. Tomorrow afternoon is my basketball game. You come to see it. Okay. Basketball game? I wonder if Simon can play basketball? With his height. He is very suitable for basketball. With his face. If he plays basketball on the court, he'll attract a lot of girls. Humph. A man who attracts butterflies. My thoughts drifted further and further away when the sound of a new WeChat message alert pulled me back. Monday. Is it okay? I have not heard of a basketball game. Then call on my roommates to go together. They like to watch basketball. I replied back to him. Okay. At this time, Simon's message also came. Simon. What are you doing? Me. Replying to my senior's message. Simon replied. Oh. You can talk to him. He sent me another message. I'm just an elementary school student who can say 666. And my red scarf is wet with tears. Simon is possessed? He said such childish things. On that day, I arrived at the basketball court on time with my roommates. When I got to the basketball court, I didn't see anyone in uniform, but flowers and balloons. This scene. How to look not like a basketball game. At this time someone pulled up a banner. It says, Monday like Liam. Want to watch the sunrise and sunset together. Watch the stars in the sky together. Collect the romantic atmosphere together. It was a romantic scene. If only I hadn't been the heroine. Monday walked towards me with a bouquet of flowers. I pulled back my roommate. Don't leave me behind. I'm scared. He stopped in front of me and said fondly. Liam. I like you. Can you be my girlfriend? All eyes were on me. Everyone was screaming. Together. Together. Say yes. Say yes. It's so romantic. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. I really hate this kind of moral abduction confession. I took a deep breath. Senior. You're a good man. You deserve better. We're not right for each other. I don't like you. I didn't say this sentence out loud. So many people. It's too much of a loss of face for him. I wanted to leave when I finished speaking. And Monday tugged on my hand. Before he could say anything, I heard someone call out to me from behind. Liam. It was Simon's voice. I turned around and it was him. The light of the setting sun haloed Simon, setting off that face of his even more handsome. His figure as upright as pine and bamboo. He stretched out his hand, his eyes looking at me tenderly. I got it. My wildly beating heart gave me the answer. It turned out that he was the teenager who made my heart pound. I broke away from Monday's hand and ran to Simon. Holding his hand. A smile bloomed on his lips and he gripped me back. We went to the lake and I could feel his heart fluttering as I did for him. Sweetie/babe. No. Baby fairy. Whatever. I like you. Will you give me a chance to be your boyfriend? Okay. Internship first. If it doesn't work out, you're fired. The smile on Simon's face couldn't help but widen a little more. Okay. He pulled hard and I fell into his arms. Can you answer my question now? Uh-huh. Did you already know it was me? Yes. You revealed your QQ when you filled out your club application. And I just happened to review your information. Then how did you know about my brother? I didn't put it on there. Well, I used a little bit of my own resources to find out. I looked at Simon. Resources? Simon rubbed his nose. My family is the richest. It's not hard to find out something. Now I was shocked. Then you asked me to give you pocket money. If I didn't, I wouldn't have an excuse to get close to you. I felt like I was being counted. My stomach growled indisputably. I was indeed a bit hungry. Come on. Baby fairy. Let's take you to dinner. I took Simon by the arm and gravity leaned towards him. Simon. What kind of person do you think I am? Well. A horny person. Luckily I have the color you like. Boo-hoo. That's an answer I don't like. I wanted to be pummeled with compliments. By the time I got to the dining hall, my tweets were really blowing up. Hundreds of messages. In less than an hour. The whole school knew that Monday's confession to me was rejected and I ran off with Simon. A few of my classmates kept staring at the two of us with a melon-eating look. Are you two together? I nodded shyly. I told you. The atmosphere between the two of them wasn't right in that last substitute class. The female student excitedly shook my hand. You guys have to be good together. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. After they left, Simon and I smiled at each other. Simon posted a friend circle. Playing ball and seeing you. I used to run. With a picture of the two of us we just took by the lake. And this Simon guy actually doesn't block elders in his friend circle. I saw his note. Mom's comment. It's not easy. My son is finally off the hook. Finally a fairy looks at you. I lowered my eyes. The roots of my ears flushed. Eyelashes slightly trembling. Simon noticed my blush and looked at me with a smile from the corner of his eye. I kicked him and also took out my phone to send a friend message as well. My text. Having met my evergreen tree. I am no longer a bird without a forest. Sophia and Sui were the first to comment. I'm so excited. The CPM high on is real. Finally together. I don't have to be annoyed by someone anymore. All of them were blessings. After another 10 minutes. The whole school knew that Simon and I were together. I've met someone I can be with for the rest of my life. What about you guys?